All right, how's it going, everybody? I am Jason of Jason's Drum here today, bringing you live play-by-play coverage and reaction to the Pittsburgh Penguins hosting the Washington Capitals. We are back here for part 2 of this stream. My computer just freaking died on me, so, you know, that's always fun. That's always very fun when that stuff happens, and yeah. So, we're back, trying to make the best out of this situation. You go ahead and close this. Go bada bing and then bada boom. Okay, there we go. So we're back, ready to rumble, ready to roll. And how we doing, everybody? How we doing? Man, we just start a poll here. Will we see Sid versus Ovi tomorrow? We're gonna do that as a poll. Sid is out for rest today. Yes? No. Let's start the poll. Will we see Sid versus Ovi tomorrow is our poll question. We're going to go live chat. All right, so here we go. We did miss a Penguins goal, by the way. Let's go ahead and take a look at who scored that goal real quick. That goal was scored by Kevin Hayes, the one that everybody in Pittsburgh loves to hate. As the Penguins work out of it to the near side, through center, into the offensive end, chasing it down into the corner is going to be Kevin Hayes. Over to the near side, the puck gets tied up for possession. Along the boards, cleared out, back out to center, through the offensive end with a chance. Yo, what's good, John? With the goal horn, yes, sir. Over to the near side, flipped into the offensive end, battling for possession. To the near side, Wilson on the puck. And out to the far side again, moved out by the Penguins. Up through center they go. Into the offensive end, Brazeau with a pass, shot loose in front, gonna go around the near side. 30 seconds to go this period. Top of the zone, Shea wing to wing with a chance, a shot kicked away. Back over to the near corner again, along the boards, moving it out. What about Crosby versus Blues? We could, but the big one is Crosby versus Ovi, because tomorrow would be their 100th meeting if they will meet. By the way, puck goes out of play with 14.5 to go. But, yeah, we are rolling our way here. Apologies about the last stream kind of dying the way it did. I just looked over, I was getting ready to call, and as soon as I saw the penalty, I'm like, oh, great. And I look over here, and I'm like, oh, double great. Blue screen of death. I got a stinking kernel power error. Oh, boy. Let me see here. Let me go ahead and maximize this. Oh boy, a lot of kernel power errors, and I don't like it. Okay. Let me see here. So, ready to roll now out to the far side. And here we go. That takes us to the end of period number 2. With a score, the Washington Capitals 4, the Pittsburgh Penguins 3. Maybe, I don't know if they're already in Washington though. Let me see here. Let me take a look at something real quick. Let me go to ChatGPT. How can I diagnose? Oh man, if a kernel power error is hardware or software based on info from event viewer. Oh man. Let me see. I'm just trying to get an idea. As to what is causing the blue screen of death. Okay. So let me see. It's saying it's usually a software driver issue. Okay. Let me see, summary events page. Okay. Let me see here. Trying to get an idea. What a current custom view. Why can't I filter? Okay. Man, 404 season 9 was the number. They came back with a bug check code. So the let me actually write this down here. We're doing a little bit of debugging while we're here on stream. Bug check code is 313. Power button timestamp. And power button timestamp is 0. Okay. So let's see. It was an automatic. This is a crash, automatic reboot, memory corruption, or invalid kernel data. Oh, son of a gun! Are you kidding me? Software driver. Okay. So we're gonna have to do a little bit of issues. Little bit of issues. Let me see. We need to go back into the events viewer system. Let me just see here. How can I view this? Let me just see. View. Can I just do this? No. Why? Why can't I do this? Why can I not do this? We're trying to figure this out here. I can't find it. 404 not found. No, we didn't get a not found. We did not get a not found. Okay. Let me just see. How can I go back to event viewer, system. Where is system? Let me see. Administrative events. Okay. Okay, this gives us something here. Right before the kernel power. Nope, it's not giving me anything on that. I need to figure this out here. Because I want to figure out why this computer keeps, like, throwing issues. Customize. Okay, whatever. I don't know. I can't. Why can't I not filter by other things? I don't know. It's dumb. It is being dumb. But yeah. We're on our way here at the end of the second intermission with a score of 4-3. Capitals leading the Penguins. Also, the Kings up 1-0 over the Oilers at the end of the first period. Okay. But yeah, I'm gonna have to figure this out here. Because I don't know why it's doing this. I don't know why it's doing the way it is, but oh boy. Let me just go back into the event viewer. Oh boy. There's a lot of events. Morning, we saw a WIA, but we didn't see WIA logger in the last hour. So it tells me it's not linked. Okay. I see driver errors. There might be driver errors. Okay. We'll have to figure this out here. Which is good. It's not a power supply, so it's either RAM instability or it's driver software. Which makes sense. That makes sense. When did I start getting kernel power? Okay, I got a couple kernel powers before. Okay. So I think we have a winner. So at least if it's something fixable, it's something I can fix myself at least. It's either driver software or it's RAM instability, and I can get new RAM if I need to. If I really have to get new RAM, I can make it happen. I'll get new RAM. So that is good. That is good. So there we go. We're doing a little bit of debugging while we're here, while we're taking a look at a few things, while we have some time, as we're in between periods here. Okay. So there we go. Let me just take a look at a few things here as we have some time. Okay. Man, I gotta say real quick, every single one of you who watched the verse of the day today, man, much love. That is one of the best verse of the days that we have had in a hot minute. And it is incredible to see how you ends up responding to that. 3 goals on 8 shots. Yeah, the Capitals don't need a goaltender. But that's what I'm saying. This is why I want my goalie to face about 20 shots a game. If my goalie is not facing shots consistently, he's going to let up goals. If you get 2 shots on goal against, then you wait 10 minutes, that next shot on goal is very dangerous. You know what I mean? So that's why I want my goalie facing shots. If my goalie's not facing shots, then whenever he inevitably does, it's going to be a nightmare. But Shelovs did have a rough one on the goal assisted by Tom Wilson. That was a rough one. They're still going to lose, but that's just funny. We'll see. I mean, they do still have a whole period of action to play, so I wouldn't put it past the Pens to pull something out. So, you know. By the way, I am going to show you something. I'm going to show you something I'm working on. There's something that I am working on in the back end. I'm doing a little bit of research for something. Let me go ahead and change this window capture real quick. I'm working on this. Here's a little thumbnail preview. If you guys are in the Discord server, you guys would have seen this. But this is a video that I am working on. And, you know, I'm looking forward to releasing this, but it's a little teaser project for one of the next videos that's going to be coming out on this channel. It's something that I am really liking. It's something that's kind of themed. If you guys saw the Bob Nutting video I did over the summer, it's going to be kind of down the same vein, but not in an accusatory, like this guy is ruining a franchise, but in a mindset of this guy saved this team. They saved this team from themselves. So we're working on something like that in the back end. I still need to do more research, some more scripting. I'm hoping to have it out by the before the first playoff game, maybe on the day of the first playoff game. Get it scheduled for release for that day. So I'm gonna try to have it done by like end of day Friday so that it can be released whenever at the time the Pens have their first playoff game. Because I think that'll be kind of cool. Have that video drop right as the Pens play their first playoff game. I really think that's what I want to do. So if that video sounds like something very interesting to you about how Kyle Dubas saved the Penguins from themselves, then drop a little sub. We are only 4 subs away from our next minor goal, so every little bit does help get us there. In the meantime, let's see how the Pirates are doing. Uh-oh, bottom of the 9th. Santana's in the game trying to ice it up. Oh boy. We're going to watch the rest of that bottom of the 9th in Chicago while we wait for our second period here in Pittsburgh. Conforto at the plate. That's the nice thing about having multi-views. I can actually like see both. I can track both ends, which I just absolutely love being able to do. So let me see here. I want you. Okay. Man, we'll see here. 1 down at the bottom of the 9th of the Pirates. Get your cones ready, folks. Saw a thumbnail for that? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm working on that video. I want to make that video soon, ideally, so that we can have a video similar to the Bob Nutting video. Because really, Kyle Dubas has made an incredible set of moves. An incredible set of moves for the Penguins. So I mean, he's the reason they're back in the playoffs. He was involved in the head coaching search to get Dan Muse. He was involved in a lot of these moves to make these trades mid-season, to pull the right strings, sign the right contracts. You know what I mean? So, we'll see. This is a weird multi-view. I got hockey in the top left, Pirates in the top right, Simpsons in the bottom left, and SpongeBob in the bottom right. As Santana throwing the ball, 1-2 the count. We're keeping track of all that kind of fun jazz here. Penguins roster or signings by year. Okay. So let's see. Let us see. Santana with a 2-2 count. Yes. Yes, we got SpongeBob in the bottom right. We got the Simpsons in the bottom left. Hockey in the top left. And the Pirates Cubs in the top right. Just focus on the top. Well, this morning I was watching the Simpsons as I was getting the streams ready for today. But here we go. Santana with a full count. And he walks him. Don't need the bottom left. Oh, man. So, let's see. Let me see. Okay. So I see how we can do that. I can use this website, actually. It's like a really good website. Elite Prospects. Okay. And yes, sir. Yes, sir. I was watching some of that. Because FX, like I've been watching a lot of FX when I get stuff ready, or FXX. Because they'll have like marathons of like The Simpsons, then marathons of Bob's Burgers, and marathons of Family Guy going at very different times. So, you know, like when I'm getting stream set up in the evening, usually I'm watching Bob's Burgers. You know, it's nice. I like it. I have it on one of my rotational channels I watch. But here we go. Looking at Santana. Gets him for strike 2. Let me see. If I go back to like 2023. Okay. There we go. I like that. I like this website. I'm going to send this website to myself so that I can use this website in my research. I'm in Guyana, New York, rooting for Washington. Well, fair enough. Fair enough, Magic Capitals champions. I can't blame you. I wish you'd be a Pens fan, but I can't blame you. Let me just send this website to myself. There we go. That way we can keep track of that as well. But we are 1 out away from hoisting the cone. Everybody get your cones ready. Get your cones ready here from Chicago. As the Pirates are just 1 out away from hoisting the cone. Here's the pitch. My money's where my mouth is. Oh, man. Like I said, I don't blame you. I don't blame you. I wish you were a Pens fan, but, you know. Then again, if I had my way, I'd wish you were a Pirates fan too, because, well, you know, Pittsburgh sports rock. And I don't think anybody willingly wants to subject themselves to being a Pirates fan. You're just born with it. Oh, man. But here we go, ready to roll here. And the pitch is going to be 2-0. Uh-oh. Come on, Carlos Santana. We need Santana here. We need him to come up big. Working the zone, and it's going to be a 3-0 count. Are you kidding me? Rays for baseball, Bills for ball. That's fair enough. That's a fair enough roster right there. Okay, here we go. The 3-0 from Santana. And here we go. There's your strike. The Pirates are just 1 out away from hoisting the cone. Ready to go for Santana. The 3-1. The fans in Chicago are standing. The tying runner at second. Go ahead runner at home. The walk-off runner at home. And they walk him. You know what? That's fine. Because you had the runner at second anyway. So that is fine. If anything, that sets you up for a double play. Even though you don't need it. So I'm fine with that. The runner at first is irrelevant. Because either you were going to walk off. Either the Cubs were going to walk off on a homer. The only thing is now a double can walk it off. But I guess it's a bad thing because a double can now walk it off. But we'll see. Oh boy. So the pitching coach out there talking it over with Santana. Trying to readjust him. As we're getting ready for the third period in this Penguins game. Come on, Santana. We want to hoist the cone. We want to hoist it. It's ready. You want to get hoisted, Coney? Yes, I do. Hoist me, hoist me, hoist me. That's an awesome mentality, Coney. Hoist me, hoist me, hoist me. He gets the 0-1 count as the Pens start this third period. Oh boy. Only 4-3, which ain't bad considering. Santana launches that foul. 0-2. The Pirates are 1 strike away from hoisting as the Capitals move it up through center. Hoist me, hoist me, hoist me. Coney wants to be hoisted as the Capitals from the point.
Here comes a home run.
Gosh, Dad. Here we go. From the point, the Capitals again cycling it around. And that one gonna drop into center. That's gonna let the tying run reach home. Coney! Think about what you've done. We're going back to just the Pens game. Screw that. They're at least going to extras at best at this point.
Maybe.
I said at best. You always come down here. You say you're just going to leave after a few minutes, and then you...
No, I just got in.
Oh, man. But here we go. Down low, Chikrin. Cycling it around towards the net. The Pens taking it back. Out of their own end, near side, going to be Connor Clifton. Up through center. But you always say, oh, I'm just going to be here for 2 seconds. By the way, how'd you get that out? The big piece. Yes. Because I tried putting it back in, and I couldn't figure out how to get it in. Pierre-Luc Dubois, not going to go back. I'm not going to return today with an upper body. Can you keep your dad on stream? I try, and he's like, oh, I got to do things. I got to be a functioning adult, and I got to do things. Oh, man. But here we go. Gerard in the near side, behind the net, centering it up. Out to the far side, Alexei Protas. I'll give your pop such a hard time. Oh, we love giving Dad a hard time. As the dad makes a better door than a window. Oh, boy.
Up.
Oh, so that other piece goes underneath as well. Okay. I didn't realize the black piece went underneath.
Pull bail handle to disassemble.
I didn't know the black piece went underneath is my problem.
You would.
Oh, my gosh. Let's hear. You may leave. He's good luck. I didn't make him leave. I asked if he knew how to put it together, so I could put it together. So he's here. The people want you to stay, Dad. He's saying he just got in from mowing, so he's got a shower.
Shower, and I got it.
Because you were working up a big sweat in a 56-degree day. Oh boy. But here we go. Around the far side corner. Tied up for that puck. Working it around into the corner. Down low is going to be off the stick of... That's going to be Graves. To the top of the zone. Back down low. The Pens moving it from the near side. Centering pass to the offensive end. Near side boards. Driving the net. Glue guy with that puck. Centering across from the point. Connor Clifton. And going to be taken back. Over to the near side. It's going to be Clifton out of his own end. Moving it now through his neutral zone. Shea dumps it up into the offensive end. Chasing it down near side. That's going to be Una Koppinen tied up for that puck as well. Over to the near side. Moving it out is going to be the Capitals. Off of the stick of Dylan Strome. Into the offensive end. They'll send it. Chasing it around out to the far side is going to be Shea. And back down low in front, centering. Capitals getting it back, top of the zone. Chikrin, wing to the far side. Driving it down with a chance. Along the corner, shot, not going to go. Puck goes out of play. Oh, boy. This is embarrassing, Penguins fans. Just because Crosby ain't playing, that doesn't mean that this thing should look more red than a communist Soviet rally. But PPG Paints Arena is looking like a Soviet Union rally. Oh, boy. That's frustrating to see. There's a lot of red and empty seats. Capitals driving out from the far side. Shot kicked away. Over to the near side along the boards. Cleared out to the neutral zone and racing down. Chikrin trying to get it to the near side. He does. Into the near corner with it. Flipping it through center. You're only down 1 or 2 shots according to the stats. I mean, it's not terrible. Score every other shot? Absolutely. Oh, absolutely. I mean, that's the thing. The problem is this team is not generating the high volume shots today because, well, it's the gang of misfit toys. You know what I mean? It's all the players who aren't quite yet ready. By the way, the last time the Pens won a playoff series was against the Flyers, so in 2018. So, just saying. Just saying. But out now to the near side, the Pens moving it along the boards. Off of Ville Koivunen's stick, kept in by Strome, and frozen up by Shilovs. I love that movie. Oh, they're hungry, though, and want goals. They do. They do. But part of the problem is they're either looking for the perfect shot or they're getting too aggressive at times. So, we'll see. We'll see what they can manage. For sure. Oh, man. But here we go. Working it around out the far side. And sending it back in behind the net towards the near side. The Pens at plus 2,500 odds to win the cup, by the way. And around the far side, moving it out is going to be Hudson through center. Passing, Koivunen takes it back. The Penguins passing to the point. A shot and frozen up by Thompson. That was one of the best shots I've seen out of the Penguins today. And of course, it was Ricard Raquel, but still an incredible shot opportunity there for the Penguins. I know you're in the playoffs already, and I think Capitals still have a shot. That's why they're trying. Exactly. The Capitals are trying. They have a theoretical shot. But it all starts with today. The Capitals have a chance at both a wild card spot and at that Metropolitan 3 spot. So, as it stands right now, the Capitals, a chance for the Penguins towards the near side, not going to go. From the top of the zone, Jack St. Ivany sends it to the corner, far side. A down player for the Capitals, and we're going to get a whistle. Oh my gosh, who's that? Down for the Capitals. Oh, that's a bad knee injury. And that's going to be to Rasmus Sandin. Oh my gosh. He is in a world of pain. Oh my, he can't even get to his knee to get up off the ice. Oh my gosh. That could derail him for next season too. If this is an ACL, it could derail him for next season. What even happened on the play? Because my first thought, just on the fact that he can't put any weight on it, he's immediately grabbing at the back of the knee. That could be potentially an ACL. It's hard to tell. It's hard to tell in the NHL for sure because they wear so much padding around the knee and legs. The ref's trying to talk it over to see if there's a penalty on the play. I didn't even see what happened to lead to the injury. I just saw him on the ice, you know, almost like twitching a little bit, grabbing at the leg. They get him up to his feet, barely putting any weight on that right knee. Yeah, it's an injury timeout. He is in a world of pain. He's in a world of pain. He's heading down the tunnel. Gonna get a lot of help down that tunnel. Oh my gosh. Oh man, yeah, he is really leaning on everybody else. Not putting any weight at all on that right leg. Oh man. The Capitals coach telling the ref, hey, there's a penalty. What happened? It was Sandin and Brazeau. That wasn't a dirty hit. Brazeau was standing his ground. I mean, what happened was he probably hit it was as he was going down. He might have contorted that leg weirdly, but like Brazeau was holding his ground. That's not a penalty. I mean, let's keep these lines so we don't have anyone get injured right now because they're going to play dirty. Oh, absolutely. But I mean, Brazeau did nothing wrong on that. He was standing his ground. It's a shame that it happened, but like he was standing his ground. You can't be expected to move out of the way on that play. So no power play. And to the top of the zone, Jack St. Ivany sending it down. A big hit in front of the net on Brazeau. Yeah, the Capitals are going to be... Brazeau just put a big target on his back by holding his ground. And out to the far side, moving it around, is going to be Gerard. And we got a whistle. What's the whistle for now? What's Brazeau going to the sin bin for? 2 minutes for hooking. Now he's going to the sin bin. Gonna put the Capitals on a power play. Yeah, that's a little bit. That's a little bit. He did be on Fair Harvey a little bit. He put the stick up and around him, so he was just looking the other way, skated right into him. Exactly. Well, the thing is that was a true penalty. Brazeau had the stick and he put the stick up and around him. That's hooking by definition. But, like, the previous play was not dirty at all. And that's an LBI? Oh, yeah, that's a lower body injury. And the Pens trying to get a short handy here as the Capitals take it back. Out to the far side, going to be Sardif. Moving it up now to Hudson. Hudson moving it around now across over to Sardif. Sardif back across to Protas. Ilya Protas sending it down low, chasing it into the corner. Out to the far side, Sardif from behind the net. Wrestling that puck along the boards, Dylan Strome. To the top of the zone, Hudson to Ovi. Across to Strome on the far side. From the point, Hudson. Back to Ovi. Back to Hudson to the far side again. Along the board, Strome. Up to Hudson. Shot. Not going to go. Rebound chance. And it's going to be Ilya Protas. Giving the Capitals a 5-3 lead. And the go-ahead, or the extension goal on the power play. Well, that's unfortunate. That is unfortunate, but, you know, it is what it is. Maybe now the Capitals will be like, okay, we got the goal. We got the goal when Brazeau was in the sin bin. We're fine. We don't need to go and murder these guys. The goal made up for it. Man, you're congratulations, Lou. Thank you. I appreciate that, man. I try to do the most I can. I try to make it the best I can. Makes it a lot easier during the power plays on like the national broadcast when they actually have the names. Otherwise, like the Penguins, I have the names memorized and I memorized some of them here. By the way, that was Ilya Protas' first career goal in his second game. Thank you, John, for the head start insight on that. As the Capitals flipping it out to the far side, that's going to be from the stick of Wilson out to the far side. And the Pens wrestling it back, clearing the zone, taken by Fair Harvey. Down low behind the net along the far side again, taken by the Capitals. Passing to the near side, that's over to Fair Harvey. Losing control of it briefly into the offensive end near side. Driving down, taken back by Solovyov. Out to the far side, along the boards, at the center ice, sent in by the Capitals. Around to the near side, Washington out shooting the Penguins 27-8, by the way, on the game. As the Penguins working with it out of their own end. Up through center, going to be sent back into their defensive end. Working with it now, Solovyov behind his own net, trying to find a way to move it. Slowing this game down just a little bit here. And he is going to look as Beauvillier is trying to pick it off. Puck comes loose to the near side, flipped into the offensive end by Duhaime. Behind the net, Solovyov sends it to the far side, Koivunen giving chase. The Pens send it through center, but over to the near side, taken by the Capitals. Wing to wing from Chychrun. Out to the far side, sending it up along the boards. Able to connect off the stick of Sordif. And tied up for that puck down low, going to be taken by the Capitals. Near side, Van Riemsdyk to Chychrun. Along the boards, taken there off of the stick and battling for that possession. Along the boards, Jack St. Ivany in there for the Penguins. Puck eventually going to come loose from Beauvillier, down low to Van Riemsdyk. Out to the far side, sending it along the boards. And that puck's going to get all the way across the ice, taken by the Penguins. Down low to the near side from their own end. Just over 12 minutes to go here in period number 3. Into the offensive end, driving it down. Centering pass now to the near side. Novak trying to drive the net. Puck goes loose to the near side, and Washington going to take it back. Flipping it up through center. That's going to be Ovi to the near side boards. Working with that puck, cross ice out to the far side. A breakaway chance. Driving the net, and he shoots. It's missed, but there's a penalty? Okay. Mantha had a breakaway. I didn't see a penalty on that in real time, but there might have been a little bit of a stick play there. We'll see. Usually on a breakaway, a penalty like that, it's a penalty on the defending team. Let me take another look at this here. Strome. Oh, yeah. He got the hook. Dylan Strome drawing 2 for hooking right there around Mantha, which did distract him a little bit from making that shot on the breakaway. So it's going to be a Pittsburgh Mud 11 Penguins penalty shot. Here we go. Driving the net, Mantha out to the far side. Driving in towards Thompson, working it in. He shoots, he's denied. That's the first time on this channel, believe it or not, that is the first time we've called a penalty shot on this channel. We have never called a penalty shot until today. That was crazy. Not always. If it's a breakaway, if it's like a tripping on a breakaway, it's not always a penalty shot. Like a breakaway trip, a breakaway slash, those are just typical power plays. It's not always. So that's why I thought it was going to be a power play. Pens needed that one too. Oh, absolutely. But yeah, I mean, not always. I've seen a lot of times where it's been a breakaway and they've deemed it just a 2-minute minor. So that's why I was kind of caught off guard when I saw the penalty shot. But here we go. The Penguins, top of the zone, Clifton, wing to wing to the far side. From the top of the zone, sending it down low, and the puck goes out of play. But yeah, that was the first time on this channel that we have called a penalty shot. That's a pretty cool milestone to have hit. And each one of you who are here just made history on this channel. So, just saying. If you guys are enjoying the stream, though, do me a huge favor. Go below the stream, drop a like, drop a sub. It's all greatly appreciated and helps this channel out a lot. I think that's a bet line, too. Man. I don't know that I believe in all the, Vegas conspiracies, but, I mean, I totally get the idea of, everything is needed. Whether or not there will be a penalty shot. Oh, wow. I didn't realize that was a, man. It's supposed to just hooking on a breakaway. Yeah, I saw the hook on that, on the replay, but every time I've seen a penalty, like a slash or a trip on a breakaway, I'm like, oh, it's just been a power play. They're going to deem a power play here, but no, they gave him a freaking penalty shot. Let's take a look at the Pirates game, by the way. Let me go back into the multi-view. Nope, we don't want to create a one pass. I want to go multi-view. Uh-oh. They're in the bottom of the 10th, tied up at 3 apiece, Pirates, Cubs. I'd rather have a power play. Oh, I know. I always rather have a power play over a penalty shot. Because a penalty shot is so touchy, whereas a power play is really, I feel like, a more advantageous. I feel like you're going to convert more on a power play than you do a penalty shot. Especially the Penguins. Especially a team like the Penguins who have struggled in shootouts. Right, refs don't always call it. Yeah, so yeah. But here we go. We got a far side draw. And ready to roll here. Face off in the Pens offensive end. Out to the far side along the center ice and gets cleared out by the Capitals. Now probably higher percentage score on the power play. The Pens, I think, are like, what, 25% or so on the power play this year? 20 to 25%. The Pens on the shootout have been abysmal this year. They've gotten better as of late, but they don't have those guys out there right now. And Mantha has not been on a shootout this year for the Penguins. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think he's been in a shootout for the Penguins this year. So, again, I would have rather had the power play. But here we go, to the near side. Moving it through center is going to be Kevin Hayes. Although with this unit today, it probably is a good thing they didn't get the power play, because they probably would have given up a shorthanded goal, because they've been prone to doing that. But out to the far side, Alexi Protas, sending it around the near side behind the net, wrestling that puck away, is going to be off of the stick of the Penguins. To the near side, able to connect to Ville Koivunen. Let's go, Ville! I got to see him play in person, too, against the Stars, which was really cool. But here we go to the near side, taken by the Capitals, up through center, into the offensive end, Duhaime with the puck. Taking it behind the net, looking for some help to the top of the zone. He sends it from the point of shot. Going to go wide of the net, taken there by Ryan Graves. Out to the far side. Taken back now through center. The Penguins into the offensive end, looking for some help. Trying to drive the net, cycling it around the near side. Losing that puck briefly was Chinikov. Top of the zone, Solovyov, near side, chance shot! Not able to go. And the Capitals are going to get a chance to flip it back out the other way. Out to the near side, here come the Penguins. Solovyov from his own end. Passing up and into the offensive end it goes. And they're going to say Penguins icing. All right, if you guys are enjoying the coverage, though, do me a huge favor below the stream. Like, subscribe, always great way to support the channel. We're only 3 subs away from 935. Do we mayhaps hit that during this stream? It would be kind of cool if we did. It would be kind of sweet if we did. Not going to lie. But here we go. Halfway through this third period, the Pens down by 2. Looking at Ovi. Ready to roll. Let me see here. So, top of the zone, the Capitals with that puck from the point shot. Not going to make it to the net, and kicked out by Koivunen out to the far side. Strome keeps it in. Down low to Beauvillier behind the net. Solovyov checking him up, but Beauvillier to the near side. Top of the zone. Sent in, shot goes wide from Hudson. Out to the far side, going to be Chinikov, flipping it up through center. And into the neutral zone, Raquel dumps it in. Chasing it down around the near side, getting there is Van Riemsdyk for the Capitals, behind the net of Thompson. Working with that puck, Brazeau, going to try and be the pick man. As it's going to be Van Riemsdyk waiting for the change, now going out to the near side. Passing it up through center and into the neutral zone for Hudson, dumping it in behind Shilovs. Out to the far side. And along the boards, top of the zone, now to the near side, Chychrun. Back across to the point, shot! And not gonna go. A nice save by Artie Boy. All right. So 11 shots on goal for the Penguins, 28 for the Capitals. But again, this is a Penguins team without the likes of, you know, players like Ben Kindle, Evgeny Malkin, Sidney Crosby, Chris Letang, Wotherspoon. I mean, they're missing so many players. Carlson. So there's a lot of players who are not in this roster today that will be in this roster again come next Saturday or Sunday. Oh, man. By the way, the Pirates game still in the bottom of the 10th. Keeping an eye on that game as well. As it's also Pittsburgh sports. So, you know, we always like to keep track of all of that fun jazz. But here we go. Taking a look around the rest of the NHL real quick as well. A lot of goals to update you on because we had a lot of games drop puck. So Kings Oilers still 1-0, 4:45 to go left in the second. Devils and Red Wings tied at 1 with just under 6 to go in the first period. That game is the game because with a Red Wings loss, both the regulation loss, both the Bruins and the Senators clinch. with a Red Wings overtime loss, then just the Senators clinch a playoff spot. By the way, goals being scored, it's 1-1 there. Jack Hughes and Justin Falk. The Blues up 1-0 over the Blackhawks, scored by Jimmy Snuggerud. Wild and Pred still tied at nothing with 5:42 to go in the first. 4:39 to go at the first, with the Rangers tied with the Stars at nothing apiece. And Andrei Svechnikov gets a goal for the Canes, up 1-0 over the Mammoth, just under 7 to go in period number 1. By the way, we'll see here, the Pirates might be making a change here soon. We'll see. Might be making a pitching change, but we're back as they're taking a look here at the Frozen Championship, the men's national championship for hockey. All right. We got a lot of action going on today around the NHL and around the Berg as the Capitals get it top of the zone with a chance shot. Gonna go wide, kicked off by the near side. Tied up is gonna be, I believe, off the stick of Ovechkin to the top of the zone. It's actually Chikrin, my bad. But now cleared out, and it's gonna be taken by Wah out to the far side. The Capitals with that puck, centering pass up through center into the offensive end. That gonna go from Ilya Protas back in behind the net, tied up for that puck. Now the Pens get it to the near side along the boards, losing his edge is Gerard over to St. Ivany, across in front of the benches now and into the offensive end for Glue Guy. Gonna send it tied up into the corner and out to the near side where the Capitals get possession back. Chikrin with that puck down low in the corner. Out to the far side, Eunice Kopanen trying to take that puck away, but the Capitals centering it up into the offensive end. Back in behind the net of Shilovs, working with that puck. The Penguins to the near side, Clifton wing to wing. Out to the far side, looking for some help, back to Clifton to the near side. Into the offensive end, and they give up the puck. Here come the Capitals into the offensive end, driving it down as Ovechkin. With it from the boards, looking for some help. Tied up for that puck into the corner, and the Pens gonna briefly wrestle it back for the Capitals to take it in front of the net. Shot! Not gonna go. Beauvillier now behind the net, out to the far side. Top of the zone gets cleared out, and it's gonna be off the stick of Hayes, back to the Capitals. Beauvillier to the near side. Along the boards, top of the zone, sending it down low. Behind the net, taken there by Ovechkin to the near side. Up to the point. Working with it, Fair Harvey, far side pass, shot! Not going to make it to the net. Ovechkin dishing out a big check there on the near side. One of the Pens fans wanting a penalty in the front row, but that wasn't a penalty. And the Pens will clear the zone. The Van Riemsdyk going to get it back in behind his own net. Just over 7 minutes to go here in this third period. And here come the Capitals out to the far side. Through center, into the offensive end, but the Pens are going to get it back to the near side. Solovyov sends it behind the net, past Graves, and the Pens wing to wing near side. Chasing it down into the offensive end, looking for some help is Novak. Into the corner, tied up for that puck along the boards. And out to the near side. What in the clown show? I don't know, man. The Pens just are, it's a game. It is a game of our time. And chased down by Jack St. Ivany in his own end, looking for somewhere to go. Moving it up the near side and going to dump it into the offensive end behind the net and out to the far side where the Capitals take it back. Up through center to the near side into the offensive end for Alexei Protas. Back into the near corner is going to be Gerard sending it out to the far side. The Capitals closing in, take it back. Top of the zone. Chikrin with a shot. Kicked away by Shilovs. Out to the far side, Raquel trying to beat out Van Riemsdyk. And that puck up to the top of the zone and gets cleared out. Taken back to the near side, Chikrin into the offensive end, he takes it. Sending it down low and out to the far side, going to be taken by the Penguins behind the net. Looking for somewhere to go out the far side. And going to go and launch it to the near side through center into the offensive end off of Gerard's stick, taken back by the Capitals. Washington moving it up the other way now. Puck comes loose near side. Nice job by Clifton to delay the Capitals from getting to that puck so the Pens can get on top of it. But Ville Koivunen struggling to maintain control of it. Raquel sends it to the offensive end. Back into the near corner. Jacob Chikrin on top of that puck for the Capitals behind the net. And we'll see. They're going to wait for the change as we do. But man, 5.5 to go here in period number 3. 11 shots on goal for the Penguins, 30 for the Capitals. Chychrun sending it out to the far side. Up through center along the boards. Taken back by Shea. Out of his own end of the near side, Connor Clifton. Getting ready to move it up, and it's a big stretch pass into the offensive end. Gonna look for the icing. No icing. As Avery Hayes able to beat it out. Over to the far side. Avery Hayes, wraparound chance. Not able to connect to the net. Over to the near side again along the boards. And it's going to be the Capitals up through center. Up to the offensive end along the near side. And into the corner it goes. Taken back by Shea. Just under 5 to go now here in period number 3. Flipping it around now as my stuff keeps falling off my desk. That's not fun. But here we go to the offensive end. Working it around in a save by the goalie Logan Thompson. 4:32 to go. But by the way, if you guys are enjoying the coverage, man, do me a huge favor. Below this stream, there's 2 buttons, liking and subscribing. Those are amazing ways to help support this channel. We're only 2 subs away from our next minor goal on the road to 1,000 subscribers. You can see at the very bottom of this stream. This has been an incredible ride. I never thought we'd ever be talking about 1,000 subscribers. They're just, you guys showing out and just showing support has just been absolutely incredible. And it would be incredible if we could hit this by the end of the NFL draft. That's 2 weeks from today. So I think we can do it. That's only 67 subscribers in 14 days. It seems like a lot, but I think we can do it. We've done it before. So let's see if we can do that. Every little bit does help. Oh man. I'm gonna look around the rest of the NHL real quick. And the Blackhawks, Green gonna get a goal there to tie that game up with 4.5 to go in the first period. The Predators, Steven Stamkos, gonna go ahead and get a goal for the Predators. 1-0 over the Wild with pie left in the first period. 3 minutes and 14 seconds. Also, Jordan Staal, gonna go ahead and get a goal for the Canes. 2-0 over the Mammoth with 4:02 to go in the first period. By the way, for the Mammoth, let me take a look. I believe there's playoff scenarios for them today, or playoff scenarios involving them today. Or am I just speaking out my butt? I might be speaking out my butt. I think, actually, no, that game is like really, nope, actually, yeah. They can eliminate the Kings from wild card 1 with either a win plus a Kings overtime loss or any point in a Kings regulation loss. But the Kings are holding on to a 1-0 lead after 2 periods, so don't know if that's going to happen. But again, taking a look at the Eastern Conference playoff picture, it's going to be an incredible race in the Atlantic, man. The Sabres, Canadiens, and Lightning all have a stake at the top seed in the Atlantic. It's just incredible to see how this is going to play out. Meanwhile, the only spots that have not been clinched are the 2 wild cards, which they can both be clinched today if the Red Wings lose in the regulation time in the 60 minutes. And the Flyers can't quite clinch to a while. But we'll see here. Tom Wilson talking something over with one of the refs. And we'll see here. Oh, the Pens pulling Artie Party. 6-3, oof. Oh boy. Is this going to be a quick empty netter? An empty net for the Penguins. So here we go. Waiting on the draw here. Going to be one down low by the Capitals. Behind the net to the near side, trying to wrap it around in front of the net. Down low, Brazeau. Over to the near side, top of the zone from Chinakhov. Across to Mantha. Mantha with the puck. Trying to find a way to get it. Back up to the point. Chinakhov wing to wing to the far side. Back over to Chinakhov. Trying to maintain control. Driving towards the net. Sending it down to the corner. Back in behind the net. Raquel to Mantha. Mantha back to Raquel. Out to the far side, top of the zone, Chinakhov, shot, gets deflected over to the near side, and here comes your chance. It's going to go up through center, but the Pens get it back. Out to the near side, back down into the offensive end for the Capitals, but Pittsburgh taking it back. Out to the near side, here comes Girard. Over to the far side, briefly losing control, and the Capitals into the offensive end, over to Ovechkin, and that could be his last goal ever in PPG Paints Arena. as Alex Ovechkin gets the 6th goal of the game. The sealer, probably going to be the last goal in this game, I would imagine. And no better way to get it than giving it to Ovi in what could be his last game ever in this building. You know, I got to say, I'm not a fan of Ovi, but I do have a lot of respect for the guy. I have a lot of respect for the guy as a hockey player and what he accomplished and what he did for this Capitals team. I mean, it's just, it's incredible what he did, man. Absolutely incredible what he's done for this team and how he's been able to just be as strong of a player as he's been for as long as he has. By the way, that's his 72nd empty net goal, most of all time. So he's really good at scoring when there's nobody in the net. Surprise, surprise. Oh, man. But here we go. Center ice draw in is going to be won by the Penguins with 3.5 to go. And at this point, the Pens are just going to look to probably bleed out the rest of this game, I would imagine. But hey, you never know. You never know. Craig's saying with a few of the Pens players that didn't play today or wait till Blues game. Maybe. I think you probably see Sid. I would imagine you probably see Sid at least. Because, you know, Sid versus Ovi going for the 100th time ever between these two players. You can't not have it. So I would imagine Sid probably plays tomorrow. I don't know about anyone else though. But yeah, over to the near side, gonna be Solovyov. If you guys are enjoying the coverage though, man, below the stream, liking, subscribing, 2 great ways to support the channel. Again, we are trying to hit 1,000 subscribers by the end of the NFL draft. Only 2 subs away from this next minor goal. So every little bit does help. And here we go, out to the far side, moving that puck out. Is it the whole team if it's NHL versus AHL? Oh my gosh. Problem is you can't have that many injuries. Oh man. Go to the far side, Achari, clearing it up through center into the offensive end for Koivunen. Sends it to the near side corner, down low, and sent out to the far side over to Wah. Along the boards, they're advertising Vegas versus Colorado tonight. As the Penguins are going to flip it to the near side, down low, working with that puck. And up to the top of the zone. Clearing it out now, near side to the offensive end. That's going to be off of the stick there. Yo, David! You're freaking awesome, man. Much love, bro. Much love. You're awesome. As the Pens have it now to the near side in their own end. And to be honest, it was kind of a waste of time to even play. Should just forfeit the next 2 games. The thing is, it's good because it's giving players NHL experience that wouldn't have otherwise gotten it. I mean, players like, you know, Kevin Hayes, he's been buried under all these other players. Avery Hayes has been kind of in and out of the roster from injury or due to other player injuries. But again, he wouldn't have gotten a full game necessarily like this. Rucker McGroarty, Jonas Kapanen, Kapanen would have never gotten a full game this year if not for this. Billy Koivunen. You know, Koivunen getting top line time would have never happened. Never under any other circumstance. So it really is good to give these up and coming prospects that chance, that time in the NHL. Yeah, you're probably going to get embarrassed, but NHL time is a necessary part of development. So, you know, yeah, the Pens getting blown out 6-3 and 31 shots to 12 isn't a good look. But you're giving these players that would have otherwise never gotten this experience, the experience that they need to grow in their development. They've learned what they can bring to the AHL and learn what they need to work on in the AHL from this experience here. It's giving 4 points to the Caps, which is actually going to get them into the playoff spot, so it won't be Ovi's last Ovi in the playoffs. I don't know about that. I mean, the Flyers, looking at the Flyers schedule the rest of the way real quick, because it comes down to the Flyers as well. Right? Oh, maybe. The Flyers have a game against the Jets, but also the Canes and the Canadians. Oh, my word. So actually, maybe they can backdoor in. Wow. So this game is going to go final, with the final score being the Washington Capitals 6, the Pittsburgh Penguins 3. That game going to go final, but a couple of big losses for Washington. Pierre-Luc Dubois left the game after period number 2 and did not return. And then the big one, Rasmus Sandin with a major knee injury. Couldn't put any weight on that right leg on a routine hockey play. But yeah, I mean, given the rest of the schedule, right? You know, that's the thing. Is that the way it's panning out, the Flyers definitely, I would imagine, get 2 more points, which would mean the Capitals would have to win out and get some help, right? So the Capitals would be at 91 points, tied with the Isles. Now, puts them at 91, so now they only need one. They only need a point with 2 games, and they're going to get a free win versus Penguins again. Not necessarily, because yes, they have the tiebreaker over the Flyers, but at the same time, if the Flyers are going to get 2 more points, that puts the Flyers at 94. So the Capitals need 3 more points. They need 3 more points after today. They need to beat the Penguins, and then in their last game, they need to get a point off the Blue Jackets, who, by the way, are still going to be playing for a playoff spot. Because if I look at the Blue Jackets, they got the Canadiens, the Bruins, and the Capitals. They are probably going to be fighting for that same playoff spot too. So that game could be the game for the playoff spot on April 14th, Tuesday. So overall, the Capitals could still backdoor, don't get me wrong. But at the same time, I don't know if they're going to. I mean, they're going to be the end, so the Pens don't care for the rest. Yeah, I mean, the Pens are going to get the rest. They don't really, they don't care a crazy amount. But it looks like Ovi going to be doing a big final salute here as he's sitting down the tunnel, staring his way out the tunnel at PPG Paints Arena. We'll see. Is he going to do a final salute to Pens fans? He's staring down the tunnel. We'll see. He's sitting there. We're trying to see if he's going to do another salute. I don't know if he is or not, but yeah, I mean, ultimately, the final spot is probably going to come down to the Blue Jackets versus the Capitals. That's going to be the game that probably decides it, assuming the Pens don't miraculously get a point tomorrow. Or, win the game tomorrow. Because even if the Capitals win in overtime, they're going to get 4. Right? But at the same time, even if the Capitals manage to pull 4 points, that'll put them at 93, putting them ahead of the Flyers before today's game. But they probably the Flyers probably get to 94, right? Which would mean it's going to come down to the Isles, the Blue Jackets, the Capitals. The Blue Jackets probably get at least 2 to 3, but they could get 4. I could see the Blue Jackets getting 4, and they would have the tiebreaker in this scenario over the Flyers. Same thing with the Isles. They have the tiebreaker over the Flyers, and who do the Isles have the rest of the way? They have Montreal and Carolina. So really, I think it's going to come down to Philadelphia or Washington, maybe Columbus. If Columbus can put together a great game, whether it be against Montreal or against Boston or against, if they can get, I think they can get 4 points out of Montreal, Boston, and Washington. But it's going to come down to that last game of the season on Tuesday between Washington and Columbus to determine, is it going to be Washington, is it going to be Philly, or is it going to be Columbus? And for all we know, Philly could be eliminated by then. If the Columbus Blue Jackets manage to put together, another win, right, and the Flyers are going to lose points, it could be essentially the Flyers are eliminated. It's going to be the Capitals or Blue Jackets. But we'll have to see. We'll have to see. It's going to be a good way to finish out the season. It's going to be a great thing to watch as we get through here. Oh, man. But yeah, overall, though, pretty solid game here. The Pens doing what they can. Yeah, they took the loss. It's not a great look, but, it is what it is. Pens just resting some key players, letting some other players get what they need. Letting, your players like Koppinen, McGroarty, Kevin Hayes, Avery Hayes, Ville Koivunen, letting all those kind of players get some big time today so they can grow in their development. is really a big thing for this team's growth in the future. So ultimately, I think it was a good thing, even though it doesn't look like a good thing today. But, you know, ultimately, I think it was pretty solid for what we saw today, for what we were expecting when we saw these lines. Like, honestly, I saw these lines today, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is going to be a freaking massacre. This is going to be a Penguin genocide on national TV. Oh, man, are you kidding me? Pirates dropped the game. Son of a gun. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. We're going to call the rest of the Pirates game here. Pirates are still playing. Let's see. We're going to call the rest of the Pirates game because we have time. We have Coney here. Bottom of the 11th. Runners on second and third. No one out. We'll still talk NHL as we're calling this here, but a big one here. Ramirez on the mound up against Shaw. We'll see. But if you guys did enjoy the content today, man, do me a huge favor. Drop a like, drop a sub to the channel, man. We are trying to hit 1,000 subscribers by the end of the NFL draft, which is 2 weeks away from today. And that one was high and inside. Oh my gosh. And we're only 65 subscribers away. I think we can do it. Call me crazy. I think we can do it. Every little bit does count. Every little bit does help. So, you know, show your support by helping out today. Well, not yet, but yeah, third and second, no outs. 2-1 the count to Shaw from Ramirez. Waiting on the pitch here. In the bottom of the 11th, that one going to be in there. It's launched out towards shallow right. Going to try and tag up, are they? No, they're not going to try and tag up. One down. That was shallow enough. A shallow enough hit. York able to make the play and keep the runners honest. So a nice job there. York running in and keeping his feet so he can make the throw right away to not allow the runner to tag up and tie the game up. Because remember, the Pirates do have an insurance policy. Remember this, the Pirates have an insurance policy. Because they do have one run, they have a one-run lead. So, let's actually go over to MLB. Don't mind me real quick. We're going to switch this over to an MLB stream for a hot minute. Because we can. Let me just go ahead and do this real quick. That's the nice thing about having these this automation stuff. For a Python script, this is going to be 4. And that one in there for a strike. Pittsburgh's the away team. CHC is the away team. Okay. Bottom of the 11th, we delete the Reds because it's not the Reds. And instead, we go into my stuff here. Jason Rome reboot. MLB banners. And we grab CHC. Drag it in here. Okay. And there we go. Nope, that needs to go just a little bit back. There we go. So here we go. Bottom of the 11th. Runners on second and third. Go ahead and get second and third lit up. Oh my gosh, I just realized with this view, you can see a whole lot more stuff. You can see like everything, including my trash. Oh my gosh, my bin is getting full. Oopsie poopsie. I didn't think about this. I didn't really think about how this is laid out. Oh man. Oh, by the way, I gotta move the Cubs one like down. Where's Pirates? There it is. So here we go. Bases loaded, 2 down. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Ramirez to Suzuki, gonna be inside for a ball. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. This ain't good. So, bottom of the 11th here. Bases loaded, 1-0 on Suzuki. And here's the pitch. Going to be outside for ball number 2. Oh, boy. Oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy. I think we might do the Knights game tonight. The Knights Avalanche. That's going to have big implications in the Western Conference. That's probably what we do for tonight. Excuse me. So the Pirates having a meeting at the mound after the 2-0. Not going to be pulling Ramirez just yet. But they're definitely getting close to that time where they're going to have to pull him. Because bases loaded 2-0, you can't just walk the tying run. There are 2 down, so keep that in mind as we transgress here. Oh boy, let's see here. We'll see. And hopping off here, Ramirez, is that? No, it's Ramirez still on the mound. Oh boy. This is nerve-wracking for the Pirates. Ramirez still there. Ready to roll. Oh, man. So we will see. Now that is, okay, that's a good thing. Taylor Haas does bring up a good point, by the way, regarding all the players that were missing from today's game. Oh, man. The Pirates challenged, and it was a confirmed ball. Son of a gun. 3-0's the count on Suzuki. Oh, boy. Cubs fans are all on their feet. Okay, good. I was nervous Suzuki was going to swing for the win, because that would just be kind of a, you know, a jerk move. But Taylor Haas says, you know, I get that people are mad some of these guys are sitting at home, but they can't just totally make up injuries and actually have to submit documentation to the league justifying the injuries because they're using emergency recalls. A lot of the guys are banged up this time of the year. You could probably find justification to injury scratch as this ball launched up into the infield and caught for the out. Hoist the cone! The Pirates get the win in the 11th inning over the Cubs! Beer to cone! Beer to cone, Chicago! 2-0 in the series! Beer to cone! The cone runs everything! Beer to cone! Hoist the cone, everybody! Let's freaking go! Hoist the cone in Chicago! Coney working his magic for the Pittsburgh Pirates today as well. Oh man, a big win there for the Pittsburgh Pirates. Man, but that being said though, I do think I am going to wrap up this stream here because I do got to get going so I can make stuff for the stream later tonight. We'll be live, by the way, again around 8 p.m. Eastern. That's going to be for the Colorado Avalanche taking on the Vegas Golden Knights. A big game when it comes to the Western Conference playoff picture, more specifically the Pacific Division. We'll also be talking all other playoff implications as well as we go through it. You know, as we talk about the other games from 5 p.m. today. But, you know, we'll go through all that news and jazz as we have some time. But with that being said, if you guys did enjoy, drop a like, drop a sub, and I will catch you guys next time. Peace out, and have a